Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is your favorite DJ, DJ J Book, and we are back yet again for another great week of Twisted Transitions. Already getting tongue-tied here today. Why did I even name it that? That just kind of came to my head and I just named it that, but I don't know. It seemed catchy and stuff at the time. What is going on, guys? What is happening? Make sure that you let me know that you are in the chat, that you are here. Shout out where you're from. I'll shout you out. Let a couple people get in here. We got lots to talk about today. Plenty to talk about. A day in the life of DJ Matt 121. What's happening? DJ G5. Mr. Book and the famous book club. What's going on? What's happening? You guys check in and let me know that you can hear me, that everything is gravy. How's life treating you? We've got some good stuff to talk about today, and I am going to jump into it here. Romeo Great, what's good? What's happening? Greensboro North Cat in the house. Let's see. Change, a day in the life, DJ Matt 121 change. Maybe we'll get into that a little bit later. But while we go ahead and kick things off, I want to remind you that this is the last show on my regular YouTube page. We are going to be moving over to both Twitch. Let me bring that up on here so you guys can go to that. So we're going to be moving over to Twitch, and we're going to be moving over to the Twisted Transitions page. Now, that link is down below in the description. So you guys, if you're enjoying the show, I'm going to keep doing it, but I am going to transition over to Twisted Transitions and my Twitch page because I want to get those up and going and get those right. Carlos from Montreal, what's happening, man? You know, I know a lot of you guys get frustrated with me on what time I start the show, but I think 7 is a pretty reasonable time for most people, especially EST. But 4 o'clock for Pacific time, I think that's more than enough time. I think that's plenty enough time right there. Chicago in the house. See, you guys in the Midwest. I know it's probably only an hour difference for you guys, but I try to make it to where it's as close for you getting off of work, or if it's the last little bit of work, you can just tune in and listen up. Go ahead and cover you for your last hour, because mostly everybody gets off at 5. Who still has a 9 to 5, which I remember those days. All right, so let's jump into a few things here. I've got my notes and everything here while we get to talking here. So I had a great week last week. I know I talked to you guys right before I did my event. My event went well, I must say. My event went pretty good. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw a lot of the behind the scenes that took place, and I also created some reels right off of that event itself. Now, I did some unusual things and stuff here, stuff I don't normally do, and I can tell you that it was super tough to do. Because I quickly found out that I should have probably had somebody with me. Not because of the setup, which I'm going to show you guys here. Let me show you the setup that we had here. Let's see here. So here's the setup. Let me bring myself on there. There we go. Here's the setup that I had there. It was pretty self-explanatory. Now you guys get to see the 4 column posts. You could see that they are pretty much all level with each other. But yeah, I had the Focus Spot 4Zs out there. I had the 2 Chave Wash effects. I told you from that previous gig log that I wasn't going to use the T-bar anymore. So T-bar is only for proms and things like that, to be able to put up my truss and all that stuff. So won't be having those anymore, but I still wanted to bring out my moving heads. So I got myself some more of the Rockville stands, and those ones that I have there that are holding the 4Z lights, those also can do televisions as well. So it came with the brackets and everything with it. So I will be anytime I have to do TVs, I'll make sure to show you guys those. But they worked out great. Everything worked great. I learned some new stuff with the Wolf Mix, and I kind of want to incorporate it in that video. The video, I put it all together, and then I had this weekend's video, and I took another clip from it, so I'm going to add that clip into it as well, so that it just gives more information. It's going to be a long video, but if anybody ever asks, how do you work this Wolf Mix, just go look at that video. It's probably going to be close to a 30-minute video. Because that's just what I could trim it down to when I'm doing a full breakdown for you guys, so you could see. But yeah, everything went over well, man. It was fantastic. The couple, little backstory here with the couple saw me at an original event, and then they were there for. They hired me for their DJ service for their wedding, and then another couple that has already booked me for next year was there, and I'm doing their event in February, and then another couple that already booked me in April was there as well, and I'm doing their event, of course, in April. So lots and lots of things that went on there. Everybody had a great time, so they kind of saw what they're in store for. So let me do a little check-in here again on the chat. Newfoundland, what's happening? Newfi John, I think I'm saying it right. Do you find the Watch FX better than the Watch Par Hex lights? Yes. Watch FX are beautiful. Ever since I've seen them, I've been using them. So it'll take a lot to get me off of those lights. Those lights cover so much ground and stuff, so it's tough to get me away from those. You see my Mauis are towed out. I don't know. I mean, they look pretty. Everything's pretty straight on there. I'm not sure what you mean on that, DJ Romeo. But yeah, I did use the Maui 44 G2s. They were more than enough, as usual. Got a lot of compliments, a lot of questions from guests and stuff at the event about those speakers. Never seen or heard anything quite so loud. But they got a good taste of it. But I want you guys to look right behind my laptop so you could see where I had everything. Like right behind the laptop, I had, you see those two stands there. I had the camera on one post, and then I had my phone on the other post. And that's how I was going to try to capture footage to be able to do reels and stuff. And then if you're looking at the photo on the left side, right next to the laptop, it's on the table. Of course, you can't see it. The Wolf Mix is right there. So imagine having to control the camera, control my phone, and try to control the Wolf Mix and DJ at the same time. It was a disaster for everything else, but to you guys, it probably looked like it was seamless. But it was a disaster to me. I couldn't get back to my lights to do certain parts that I like to do for the light show. The camera ran its 30-minute course a couple of times, and I wasn't able to catch it. My phone recorded like almost 45 minutes worth of footage, which, of course, I didn't want to. I just knew when my transitions were about to come up, and I wanted to go ahead and record those, but I forgot it was on. So, like I said, it was a disaster behind the scenes, but the wedding itself was amazing. The wedding was fantastic. DJ G5, yes, I do have an assistant. I didn't use him for this particular one because I felt like it was, I wanted to see if I could try, but I won't do that again. Next time I will have my assistant and stuff out there, and it's almost coming to the point now with some of these bookings that I have coming up. Looks like we're going to have to start bringing the assistant out more. So probably be budgeting the couples and stuff for an assistant on every gig just about, and I do advise you to do that if you have a lot of equipment to set up. I advise you to go ahead and budget in and have the couple pay for the assistant. Just include that within your package and everything. So let me get back here. Yeah, so with with that event being closed, that closed out July, and now we are on to August. August is here. Now, August doesn't have a whole lot of things to do, but we do have two weddings. I have one, and one is the second week, which is, I think, also the Expo week, the DJ Expo, and then one the next to last week. Both two totally different events. I just did a Zoom call with the bride for August the 13th, I believe it is, and it's going to be a country wedding, from what I understand. Make sure I take that off. Let me know if you guys hear an echo. I just want to make sure there was no echo. I forgot to take that off on there. But yeah, it's going to be a country wedding. This young lady loves country. It's also outside, which outside in August. I mean, we're almost to September where it starts, tapering off a little bit. But yep, August outside. And to top things off, guys, I'm on a generator. I don't know if you guys know it, but I do not like generators. I have to trim down my system accordingly because a generator can really damage your speakers. Sometimes it doesn't produce enough power. Sometimes people put other stuff on the generator, and it just causes you to, in some cases, ruin your speakers, or it just kind of drops down in power. You can't get the same power that you would get in a regular like building or inside somewhere. So I would rather if I'm outside, I would rather come off of a building. But according to the bride, they're bringing out generators. Maybe it's one of those massive generators. Hopefully there's only me and the cafe lights that are going to be on them. Hopefully they don't put the bathroom on there. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, down here in the South, they have mobile bathrooms that come out and are set up for guests to use because we're outside and there's no building to go in. So they'll bring a whole bathroom and it runs off of AC, runs off power, and they'll hook that to the generator. And I've been plugged up to that same generator before, that's plugged up to the bathroom, and it was a disaster as far as sound. I pretty much had to run my speakers at mid-level all night long. And on my end, that didn't work for me. I didn't like the way it sounded. And hopefully this is different. I'm hoping that it's just me and the cafe lights on this generator. So we're crossing our fingers and stuff for that one. But that is upcoming. We have that one in August. And then the second one, young lady has been following me for quite some time. And she wants to have just a good time, which is usually my norm and stuff on here. So that's what we have planned for August. I've thought about it and thought about it and thought about it, and I don't foresee myself going to the expo this year. I mean, it's a wedding week, and with the way the flights and stuff are going, I'm not going to drive and stuff. I can tell you that. I've already made that trip one year. I think back in 2019, I made that trip on the drive. It's like 9 hours. I don't feel like driving 9 hours. I just left vacation. That was 7 hours, and it was a drive. No, thank you. So this one is going to be 9 hours to try to get up there, and I don't want to do that. As well as flights have been horrendous. I've seen people all over Instagram, social media, whatever, saying how their flights have been delayed, and I can't afford that. They cannot delay me at all because I have a wedding at stake. So I am going to put the expo on the back burner for 2022, and if I didn't have a wedding and stuff this week, I probably would go ahead and make my way up there, but I just can't risk it with flights. That's just a no-go. Let me check in with the chat before I go on to the next thing. Do you have a sense of lesson learned? Yes, it was. Did you bring the sub at the event? The Maui 44 G2s have the subs. If you're talking about with the story I was telling you guys, I did have one sub on that same generator where they had the bathroom connected to it as well. So it was one sub. What do you think of the Mackie SRM V class versus the JBL PRX? Do you feel the 12-inch sounds better than the 15-inch speaker? I've heard the JBL PRX system through, I believe Rick Webb showed them to me, let me listen to them. And I've had Mackie in the past. I haven't had any of the new Mackies But with pure sound alone, the JBL is definitely superior to the Mackie speaker, at least in my opinion. Again, these are just my opinions. This is not Bible. You know, you don't have to base everything off of that, but this is just my opinion. JBL PRX and SRX systems are far superior to anything I've seen Mackie put out as of when I had them. Now, some of the stuff I've seen them put out sounds like, from other people, sounds like it's actually pretty good, but I've heard nobody say anything bad about JBL, especially that line. So that's why I'm going with that. Okay, so let me see. Next thing we have here, I want to talk to you guys about something else that I tried and used. Let's go back here. And it is the dot card. Now, if you guys have seen this on Instagram, I saw this a lot, and I just decided it's only $20, and I decided to just check it out and stuff. Basically, the dot card is just like a walking business card that you can set up, kind of like what Linktree is. If you guys have ever used Linktree, you can set up all your social media platforms and everything on it, and it will allow you to share those with just your card, and you can pretty much just put those against somebody's phone and it will come up, or they have on the other side where they have a QR code that they can pull up. Now, so if I'm DJing an event, just like this past one, if I'm DJing an event and I don't use the event table 2 that has the QR code and everything on it, this is another option for you to use if somebody asks for a card. Now, I've gotten people to just follow me and follow my social media, or just input the contact after they have scanned the card. It allows you to automatically do that. It's just, it asks the customer whether or not they just want to add your contact to it, and it'll put it in there. It'll put your company name and what you do as a profession in an iPhone. Now, I've tried it on Android. The phone that I tried it on was an older phone, and it didn't do it as far as just holding it up against the phone. But when he took a picture of it, it did bring everything up, and he was able to do all the same stuff that an iPhone would do. So I used it at the event 3 times. I had a photographer who used it. They loved it. They said they were probably going to go get one. I had a customer that kind of sat behind me. I used it on her phone, and it came right up. She was amazed. And then I had another customer walk up to me and just ask for just information. How can she contact afterwards? And I use the same thing. And it works. It's a little bit better than a business card, because I don't know if you guys know, if you've ever received a business card or ever given one, basically it's in your pocket. When you get home, you're either going to take it and put it with your pile of business cards in your drawer that you're never going to look in and stuff again, or you're going to throw it away because it was just something extra in your pocket. This allows you to be able to give somebody your information that goes to a platform of their choosing, something that they probably use all the time. So it's linked to Facebook, it's linked to Instagram, it's linked to my website. It's linked to booking if you want to book. It's linked to if you want to tip. I mean, it does all of that, and you can change it on your side and put whatever links and stuff you want to, as much as you want to, and it doesn't cost you. Like I said, it just costs $20 one time to get the card, and it's worked great so far. Just to throw that out there, just want to let you know that I did use that, and it did work out great. So that is the dot card. All right. How we doing in the chat? Everybody good in the chat? I hope I'm giving some valuable information today. I want to make sure that I keep giving information as I know it, so I can give it to you guys, because that's what we do. So far this week, I've been working on my mixes, my upcoming mixes. So if you have not had a chance to follow me on Mixcloud, I should be able to drop a mix on, I'm hoping this Sunday. which is, what is today? Today is the 28th. So I think that's the 30th or something like that, somewhere around that. I should be dropping a new mix on Mixcloud, so make sure if you haven't followed me there. If you want to hear some mixes, I just threw some music and stuff together, some stuff I've been hearing, some stuff that I haven't heard in a while, and putting them together, and we just been going with that. Let me check the chat. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome my man DJ Bar in the building. Am I going to the expo? See, Bar just came in just now. It doesn't look like it, Bar. I mean, to be honest with you, that wedding, I know me and you chatted here recently, that wedding that I have that week, I just can't risk getting on a plane, and I'm not going to drive 9 hours. I mean, I just can't do it. I don't want to risk trying to get back home and stuff. Like if I went, it would probably only be for one day. I was going to probably see, what's the best day to go and maybe go that day, but I just can't risk being stuck up there, and I got a wedding that Saturday. I think you got one that Saturday too. But that's in your home area, so you'll be flying down before then. You might come down before then. If you come down before then, let me know. But yeah, I'll probably put it off a year. I'll probably put the expo off a year, and just see what happens next year. Maybe something doesn't fall on it. So, what was I saying here? For Bar threw me off. Golly, Bar, you done threw me off my game. What I was saying here. I don't know. We'll move on though. All right, so let me show you something that I saw in DJ Idea Sharing, and I want to go over this here. So you guys check this out. Let's see here. Right here. Okay, so I saw this post on there. I don't know if you guys saw this, and I don't know how real this is. I don't know if this guy's being serious and stuff over here, but I feel like he probably exaggerated a little bit, but I wanted to bring it on the show because I didn't do anything but laugh at it. So it says, regular people aren't like DJs. So while on vacation in Florida last weekend, I did the chilling while making it into a business trip by observing other DJs in action. Now, first of all, I'm gonna stop right there. I don't know who does that. I don't particularly do that. If I'm going someplace that's foreign, I'm just not like, yeah, let's just go see how this DJ does and ready to critique him. I mean, I'm going in. I'll be like, hey, if the DJ if it sounds good in there, I'm going there and listen. I'm not there to critique. What? Bars, clubs, pools, etc. Many played a lot of EDM. They did everything a DJ thinks another DJ should do. Well, here's a list of what the customers were saying. This guy sucks. F the music. He thinks he's so good. EDM all sounds the same. And this is all what he's saying the people in the bar and the clubs and stuff were saying this while he was on vacation. Wish this MFer would just go play regular music that isn't a rave. Hot bartender says, God, please shoot me. And a few overly zealous and impaired people did dance. So apparently this guy decided that EDM was the best thing for him to play and stuff at the time. So the age groups were all over the place as the demographics that they were at. This was a bunch of different locations. So finally at one venue, they walked up and offered this gentleman walked up and offered $100 tip to play 3 songs in a row in order. He asked for Boogie Wonderland, Danza Kudrow, and Yeah. It was accepted, and within 30 seconds, it was a mass of people dancing and singing along. Never let anyone know that I was a DJ. My point was proven to me, and I hope that I get through to some of these other groups. EDM is not as popular as DJs think. It is, and we play for the audience, not ourselves. Now, one thing I gathered and stuff from all of this is that, first of all, nobody's going to take $100 tip and just going to hand it to another DJ and say, here, play these 3 songs. That just doesn't happen. To me, that just doesn't happen. Then look at the songs that he asked for. He asked for Danza Kudrow, Yeah, and Boogie Wonderland. Those are, 3 totally different songs. And you mean to tell me just based on these 3 songs, the dance floor was packed? The dance floor was packed? Like, this guy didn't play anything but EDM and the dance floor was packed just off of those 3 songs. This is why I feel like this is some BS that's on here. But I saw this and just thought this was funny. These guys can give me content almost every week. I love pulling stuff from these groups because the people who talk in these groups are pretty freaking funny. They're pretty freaking funny. They say some of the crazy stuff and some of their ideas I'm not a huge fan of. It is just insane and stuff to me how us as DJs go into other areas and try to feel like, oh, this is what I do, so this guy's trash, or this. I mean, come on, man. Everybody had a starting point. If this guy plays the music he does, just walk to someplace else, go to another spot. I don't sit there and critique guys, man. That's just crazy. Even when I go to the expo and there's DJs and stuff there, I mean, I go listen to some great DJs and I'm not critiquing them. I'm just listening and stuff, man. I just feel like it's just funny. It's just really funny how some of us just are ready to tear each other down instead of, lift each other up and stuff, man. It's nuts. But that's what kind of world we're in. That's kind of DJ world we're in these days. I've seen people come to my events and stuff like that. I've had people come to my events and enjoying themselves. I've had some guys, talk crap and stuff doing it. It's fine with me. Yeah, it's not for you. I don't get paid by you, so it's not for you. So that's my thought and stuff on that. Let me look over my notes here. So that's it. That's the majority of what I had go on over this past week. It was just it was pretty funny. I just wanted to share that stuff with you guys and let you know. Now, some new things coming up. I'm probably only going to put out one more gig log and stuff and probably give it a rest. I've actually put out a gig log now every week since May. No, every week since March. Since the middle of March, I've put out a gig log a week. And so I'm going to rest on that, and we're going to switch things up as I transition, no pun intended, over to other avenues of things. And then I'll start sprinkling back in, gig logs and stuff here and there. We just crossed over 8K. So big thanks to you guys for all your support and everything that you guys have been doing. Appreciate you just throwing a follow and stuff my way. On to the next goal, and soon we'll reach our goal. Hopefully, maybe by the end of the year to get to 10K. We'll see. So at this time, we do the last 30 minutes. I answer questions and stuff from you guys. So ask away, ask whatever you may, and I'll try to do my best in answering them for you. First of all, I'll go ahead and start off with the questions, and you guys can let me know in the chat how many of you guys, since Bar just asked this, how many of you guys are going to the DJ Expo? I believe it's the second week in August. It's like the 11th through no, I'm getting my days wrong. It's like the 8th or 9th through the 13th or the 12th or something like that. How many of you guys are going to the expo? What days are you going? Do any of you guys live close to it? Also, I need to know if anybody lives close to the Greenville area while I'm on here. If any of you guys live close to the Greenville area, let me know in the chat. Also, I need to know if any of you guys live near the Pigeon Forge area of Tennessee. Let me know. Just for some upcoming stuff, I just want to pick your brain and ask you a couple of questions. DJ G5, he says, I would love to come to one of your events to learn and support. I bet I'd leave with some dope knowledge. Hey, my man who works with me, I don't know if Magic Mike is in here, but DJ Magic Mike, he just came and observed. And he had a great time at the event. It was just two DJs talking. He wasn't critiquing me. He wasn't saying, oh, you should have done this. He was just kind of, in the behind the scenes and just kind of chilling. He helped me take down and everything. He just wanted to see how the operation and stuff work, what it's like to be, on the behind the scenes, and he did, and he had a great time, man. I would love it if you guys are in the area, to hit me up and see if you can tag along to one of these events, because I do have a lot of fun. I love my job. I love what I do. I have a lot of fun doing that. I love music and stuff, and events are fun again. Before, like I told you guys in the past, before events kind of lost their luster, but they're back. So I like to actually do weddings and stuff. I am kind of getting away from some of the stuff you guys saw me do before, like birthday parties, and I don't have as many corporate events except for around Christmas time. Weddings are just the cream of the crop. They just are, especially in this area, and they can make you or break you on some other events. I do have school events that I still do, but the music's getting a little rough for me to keep up with, and I don't know how to really cater to that, except for jump in and out of old, new, old, new, old, new. So that's what I've been doing with some of those. But let me get back to the chat here. So Blackout, I don't have a lot of timbre in my natural speaking voice. Are there other ways to hype a crowd up along with music? Are there any exercises you use before a gig if you're planning to use it? Aries. Okay. No, the only thing that I work out in my head and actually do are introductions. I'm not the best hype person myself, but I know how I like to get hype, and I know how people like to get hype based on where I've been and stuff before. So if I've ever been to a spot and heard a DJ hype up somebody, I may take a little piece of that and use that at my event, because I know that seemed to hype the crowd up to the level that I wanted it. I know that bringing in a hype song that people know, and then just using something simple like "Let's Go." That's easy. That you're hyping people up just by that. So I would just take, small steps until you get more acclimated and stuff with it. Maybe do it in the mirror. Look at other DJs, go other places, and just listen how they talk on the mic. Some DJs don't talk on the mic at all. They just let music play. But if you're in the wedding industry, at some point you probably are going to have to hype up some people, because everybody's not going to have a dancing crowd. It's just, unfortunately, that's in the nature of our business. DJ G5, I'm going to drop my info in your DM on Instagram. All right. Hey, do that. And let me know. I think DJ G5, I think you're in the Greensboro area, right? If you're in Greensboro, that's not too far from me. Yeah, I may have to link up and stuff with you, just to tag along. I may have to come in that area and stuff as well. If I need to. I love checking. I got to go check out a couple of DJ Mike's gigs and stuff coming up here too, because I haven't seen him. I like to return the favor and stuff as well. Go out and check you guys out if you're close, because I'm not going to be flying everywhere just to come check you out. Either I'm flying there to DJ, or you're coming to me, whichever one. So yeah, just let me know. Check me out. Hit me up in my on IG and let me know when you're able to come through. I didn't see anybody about the expo. Are none of you guys going to the expo? I didn't know whether or not you wanted to. I'm just checking a couple things here. Didn't know if that was in the plans for you. The expo is really fun, man. There's a lot of stuff that, especially if it's your first time, there's a lot of stuff that you don't normally see. Plus you get to see a lot of great DJs, people who, and here's the funny thing that happened to me. I learned to not judge a book by its cover. And then the reason I say that is because there's a lot of people who are there who don't look like they DJ. Like flat out, they don't have, I guess, that look that looks like a DJ. These guys, but they'll be some of the most illest DJs if you just let them practice. But there's some people walking there and you're like, no way, you're a DJ. You know what I'm saying? But don't judge a book by its cover if you go to the expo, man. There's a lot of great connections you guys can make. You'll be surprised who's right in your area, right in your back door, and you had no idea. So yeah, you go there, look at new products, go there, listen to some of the seminars. I would say use the seminars that benefit you the most. I went to a photo booth one, just to kind of learn how to sell photo booth a little bit more. I went to a social media one, which I believe Nick Spinelli and DJ Rachel did, which was it was good because those guys are great on social media. So I just went to the ones that made sense, that looked like they would actually help me. If it didn't help me, then I didn't too much go to it. I also lost my voice there. You got to be careful when you go to see certain stuff there. You go there to see a hype club or something like that, man. It's real easy to lose your voice. So make sure that you savor your voice. Don't lose your voice. DJ Lord Geo, love the way you drop a gig log before Thursday. Salute. Yeah, I try to drop it on Tuesdays, and you guys know I'm an analytics guy. My analytics say that the majority of the people who watch my channel on Tuesdays at 3:00. So guess when I'm dropping the video? Tuesdays at 3. And guess when you have another one? Next Tuesday at 3. That's just how it goes, man. That's just how it goes. But I really appreciate when you guys watch them. And you know what? As a matter of fact, let me talk to you about that real quick, because I told you last week that I was dropping a video this week that didn't have any description and stuff as far as me on the video. So I didn't go over speakers. I didn't go over setup. I didn't go over anything. I pretty much just came on the video, said, hey, they're getting married right over here over my shoulder. We're going right in. And then at the end, I gave you my thoughts at the end, and I got out of it. So what do you guys think of that format? Would you rather see that format, or would you rather me go back to the original format where I just break everything down and then we go into all that other stuff? You get the change clothes, you get all that, because change clothes didn't happen on there either. I mean, I was already ready to go and everything, and we just started it off. So let me know in the chat what you guys thought of the format of the last gig log, so I can see if that's going to be a popular thing. I can tell you now, the view duration went down. That kind of tells me a lot. It went down by a whole minute. You guys watched this video a minute less. So we'll see. We'll see. DJ Romeo, great vacation schedule, so the wife says no. Well, tell wifey she can come. That can be part of the vacation. Come on. Tell wifey she can come, and that will be a part of your vacation. Yeah, that's not going to work, bro. Don't do that. Don't sleep on the couch, bro. Don't sleep on the couch, bro. Let me stop if I get one of you guys in trouble, man. Don't do that. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Whatever you give us, bro. Okay. All right. That's one there. I will be there. Eric Washington, you'll be there. All right. That's what's up. I like the format. But when you get new equipment, I would like an update. So you like the format, and maybe if I get something new, maybe just highlight that, but keep doing that. Okay. I may try that on both the August weddings. I may try to do it that same format and see. But I will tell you this, Lord Geo, don't expect anything new anytime soon as far as equipment goes. Yeah, you saw last week I got a truck and stuff now. I can't be doing that, man. I got to be saving some money. That truck's expensive. Yeah, expensive. Not just expensive. Expensive. Very. Always happy with what you upload. DJ C Ram. Hey, appreciate that, man. Really, really grateful for you guys to tell me what I try to give you guys what you want and stuff like that. I know that people always say, man, you didn't put nothing but gig logs out. But that's what the majority of my audience wants. I mean, if I were to show you what you guys look at the most, it's not my product spotlight stuff. It's not new stuff. It's not tips and tricks. It's gig logs. It's gig logs. So I try to give you as much of that as possible, so you can never say that I didn't give you enough. All right, guys, we still got some time, man. Ask away. Any questions? Is that everybody in the chat as far as who's going to Expo? I mean, it looks like we got, a few people here. If you're going to DJ Expo, let me know. If you've ever been to DJ Expo and you're just like, nah, I'm good, let me know that too, because I want to know if any of you guys feel like how I feel. I feel like, I've already been, and I could go back, but this year I definitely won't go back. They need to hire some more people on these flights, man. It's I think it said it was $375 for me to fly from Charlotte to Atlantic City. But it was all of them had a connecting flight somewhere, and that's where people get messed up. That's where it looks like everybody's getting messed up. When you get a connecting flight instead of just a straight flight, that's where you're getting the hold up and the delays. And I mean, the planes don't care who you are. I mean, you could be the biggest name celebrity, and if you're not on a private jet and stuff somewhere, you're getting stopped, and people getting stopped for days. It's not just a couple of hours. They're getting stopped for days. They're in the airport for days. They're having to get a hotel room and stuff to check on flights the next day and the next day. And one person I saw was out for a week. I can't do that, man. I just can't. DJ Lord Geo, appreciate that drone footage we got in the backyard wedding. I think the one where you didn't like the setup at the. Oh yeah. That one was a windy day for me to get that drone footage, but I don't get it often. I like to get it on venues that I've never been to before. I'll probably do drone footage on the one in August because it's a place I've never been to before. They have a tent. It's outside. If there's stuff around it, that would be great. And I have a lot of new venues to go with the second half of the year. These brides are getting, they're getting better with choosing, not wanting to be like everybody else, and they're choosing different venues. So it's given me an opportunity to see some new stuff. And plus we've got some new venues that are just really popping up everywhere. Which is fantastic. That's great for me. I love when new venues make their way here so that we can just do something different. One thing I don't like is just repetitiveness. I can't stand it. Give me a little sprinkle of change and I'm good. Just something different. All right, Eric Washington, what's your take on the J8 power speaker? J8, is that new? I don't think I've seen any information on that. And usually I get a lot of information on speakers. I haven't seen it. Now, a couple of things that I have seen, I saw that the Maui 44G2 system is coming out with a white version, which is pretty dope to me. I wish I was able to get the white version instead of the black version. I also saw that, the RCF J8. I have to look into that. I'm not sure. I have to look into that. I haven't seen that one. I'm not a huge RCF fan, but I know a lot of people are. I know a lot of people like EVs, but I do know a lot of people who like JBL, QSC, and LD. So those are the brands that I'm a little bit more familiar with. But I'll have to look into those RCFs. I mean, they have a great line. They have a great line of speakers, a great set of speakers, but there are only a few speakers that I really like from them. I can't remember the exact name of them, but I went into a local store here, a band store that's got it. It's called Sims here in South Carolina. It's called Sims, but they have all those speakers lined up and you could test them out. But I saw some RCF speakers in there and they weren't bad. Me personally, I've never bought one of those, so I don't have much opinion on it. DJ Lord Geo, my thoughts on the DDJ Rev 7. I mean, nobody here has it. Nobody in my area has them at all. I think it's a great mixer. I think it's a great mixer. I think that the Rain 1 maybe is They came out around the same time, but the Rev 7 feels a little bit more natural. I did go to Guitar Center, and they had both of them there, so I can kind of just get a feel for it. And the Rev 7 does feel a little bit better. If I had to upgrade, and I had the decision between a Rain 1 and a Rev 7, I would go with the Rev 7. It does feel better. It does look better, and it's closer to what I'm accustomed to because I'm a Pioneer guy. So it may be a little bit of a biased opinion, but I'm a Rev 7 fan. But I'm not going to fan out enough to get rid of my SRT and buy it. No time soon. I love my SRT. Metro Sounds. Hey, J Book, I'm thinking about upgrading and getting a van. Which one did you end up getting? I actually did not get a van. I bought a truck because I have a trailer. So I have a pickup truck now. It's a Toyota Tundra extended cab, and I already have a trailer and everything that I'll be pulling for the second half of the year. I just need to, I'm actually working right now on trying to fix the inside of the trailer. Nothing's really bad wrong with it, but the hood piece on the top, when I was pulling it before, I left it up and the wind caught it, broke it off. So I already bought a new hood for it. I just need to put it on and put some caulk and stuff around it and get that taken care of. And then I think my straps and stuff already in there, so I just need to change out the tires because it's just been kind of sitting over there a little bit, and then change out the equipment, and I'll be ready to go. So I did switch to a pickup truck for the further away gigs, anything 2 hours or more. I'll still be using the U-Haul vans. I'll still be using those so I don't put all the wear and tear and stuff on my truck. I know you guys are probably like, well, why'd you do that? Why would you do that? Well, wear and tear on the truck. I know a Tundra is supposed to last for forever, but why drag it in the mud? You know what I'm saying? We would love for you to come to New York to rock the house. I would love to do that too, man. Could you imagine? Well, not you in general, but like in general, like, did I just say that? Not you in general, but in general. But just in a way, I can just envision myself going to like an underground spot in New York and just turning up with like, oh man, that would be fantastic. If that can ever be set up, I want it to be set up. I'll go ahead and put that on the bucket list. There's two things that I want to do. I want to play in a stadium, not just by myself. I want to play in the stadium like for the Panthers or the Carolina Panthers or or like a baseball team or something like that. I would love to play. I love when DJs put that picture up and they're like the DJ for that, or they like play in when the commercials and stuff on. Oh man, that would be fire. Could you imagine playing for like an NFL team or like just a professional team or like a basketball team, and when they come back from a commercial, the athletes are dancing and they're dancing to the music that you're playing? I mean, that would be dope if I'm DJing for the Charlotte Hornets and LeBron James is dancing to music that I'm playing. Wouldn't that be dope? Let me know in the chat because I feel like that would be dope. That's on the bucket list too. I definitely want to do that. I don't care about doing like a festival, none of that stuff. I want to be in an atmosphere like that where it's like crazy. Give me a shot at that. Play at the Falcons Stadium or something like that. Let me be the DJ down there. Falcons gonna be trash this year, so if they're gonna be trash, why not let a DJ hype up what little crowd they will have? Sorry to any other Falcon fans. Sorry, not sorry. Let's see here. Rick Webb can help with that Toyota. Yeah, Denny D, I know he's got the Tacoma and he loves that thing. He talks about that thing all the time. He's got a channel on it and all that stuff. He loves that thing, man. It's a great truck. But I'm a larger size man, so I needed more room than what that Tacoma offers. What year is your Tundra? I think K then new V6 truck. So, it's a 16 V8 2016 V8. It only had like 73,000 miles, one owner. It was a great deal. Great deal. I had to jump on it. Let's just say that I had to jump on it. And it's, excuse me, it's definitely not a V6. So it's definitely a V8. Eric Washington, J-Buck, we met last year at the expo. If you don't know, now you know, DJ Washman. You mean, wait a minute, that couldn't have been last year. You have to be talking about 2019, because last year, I had gotten COVID right around this time last year. Yep, I got COVID around this time. So yeah, it wasn't last year. You must mean 2019, and it's crazy that you think it's that close, because I was thinking the other day, like, dang, did I go there last year or the year before? And it's actually been 3 years. So if you met me there, that was 3 years ago. I'm gonna see if I can get you up to New York. Yeah, hey, that would be fly. You get me up there, man. I would not mind rocking that. That would be crazy. What DJs you watch on YouTube? I would like to expand my YouTube DJ family on YouTube. Now, here's the thing. On YouTube, there's only a couple of guys and stuff that I watch outside of the guys that you guys all know. So, you know, you got your Cleveland Terrys, your Bars, anybody that you know that is big in that world. So the Nick Spinelli's, the DJ Bar, the Rick Webbs, the Cleveland Terrys, the Woo Pig, and you know, all those guys. You know, those are the guys, but they don't put up a whole lot of gig logs and stuff like that anymore. So you got to find somebody who does some music and stuff, right? So if you go to DJ Jordan Lee, I believe it is DJ Jordan Lee, he's got some mixes and stuff on there. That's probably about 10 to 12 of them. But like on Saturdays when I'm like getting dressed and getting ready to go to a gig, I'll throw on one of his mixes and stuff in the background. Right before I came on here, I was listening to Twitch. And if you want to find a DJ to listen to, I would go to Twitch. Now on Twitch, I love Technician to DJ, but I was listening to DJ Silver Knight before I came on today. This is actually one of his shirts. I love his shirts. Oh, you can't see that. Hold on. Let me see. Can you see that? There it is. This is one of his shirts. But DJ Silver Knight's a great DJ. He plays a lot of music that makes me think, oh man, I need to make sure I have that. Oh man, yeah, that's a hot one. And then he's got so much stuff happening on the screens, like it's nuts. It's nuts. It's like if you got ADD, which I do not. If you got ADD or ADHD, and you need something to focus on, something to try to pinpoint and that's steady active, you go check out DJ Silver Knight. Of course, I catch Jazzy Jeff whenever he does the lunch break. I don't too much catch his Friday nights thing because, you know, I'm usually doing other things on Friday. But for the most part, I mean, those are the guys that I watch. And I take some stuff from each one of them. I mean, I've got my Shazam up and stuff, or I've got, you know, just stuff so I can Shazam it real quick so I don't forget it. And I'll take a little piece from that and I'll try it. I don't care. I'll try it. So, yeah, those are some of the guys that I watch. Good question. DJ, I don't know how to say your name. DJ Sky. I'm just calling you DJ SK. Let's see here. Hello, Jay. Do you have time to go deep into the Wolf Mix? All right. So you must have just come on the show here. I was just talking earlier that I'm pretty much finished with the video. I need to add in a clip from this past weekend and stuff to it. It's going to be about a 30-minute video on the Wolf Mix, and with 30 minutes goes into depth. I know you're saying this is great. Found it a bit overpriced for what it really can do, but it's very convenient, and you have quickly some scenes. But yeah, so if you've worked with the golly, why is the microphone up so high? Did I push that up? If you have worked with the Airstream, the Airstream helps you. And I'm talking about the Airstream DMX Bridge. the Airstream helps you kind of know the numbers, know the layout, and then when you get to the Wolf Mix, you're just plugging that knowledge from the Airstream into the Wolf Mix. And the great thing about it is that you could set up multiple preferences. So like for weddings, I can have multiple things that I want to do with the lights and the moving heads and things like that. And then if I'm going to do like a school dance, I can actually set up a whole nother program that allows me to still tweak all those same things that I'm going to use. Like, I'll probably use 4 moving heads instead of, and it just allows me to be able to kind of, it's almost like creating banks on your mixer, but these are banks for lights. And it doesn't just do a show. You can tweak it at any time, like while you're in the middle of DJing. Like if I'm going to a slow show, I'll give you just a for instance. This is something I put on the video. So like you'll see in the videos that I made that I have the lights going and they're just boom, 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 boom. And then it's like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, ready to go to a slow song. We're going to slow it down. And so instead of the lights just continue to do that, you just turn a knob and just slowly turn it down, slowly turn it down. Now all of a sudden the light's going boom, boom. And you're doing that live. So that's why I'm saying it's a learning curve, but once you get it down, it's man, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. I can't say enough about that thing. And like I said, I'm going to get that video out as soon as possible. Not the vid. Yes, in 2019. Yeah. DJ Liftoff. Yeah, DJ Liftoff helps out with a lot of tutorials. He is great as well. I think I just started following him on IG, and he followed me right back. He's a pretty amazing DJ and stuff, man. I've actually heard him just do a full out mix, and all those things that he practiced, man, he puts those on full display. He's really good. So DJ Liftoff as well. I can't find you on Twitch. Is your screen name the same? Yeah, DJ J Book. It should be on the Twitch TV, and I should be on the DJ J Book. Let me see. Let me go on here. Yeah, see, I don't know if you can see that right there. Let's see. It's blurry and stuff on there. But it just says DJ and then JAYBO. Okay. I thought it was going to come up clear on there, but it doesn't, of course. I see Silver Knight is still on there. And Silver Knight is spelled with a KNIGHT, just in case you guys want to look him up. And if you do catch him and stuff in there, you do check him out. Tell him I sent you, because he, like I said, I'm watching his show and stuff a lot. He gives a lot of great music. Let's see what we have here. DJ Lord Geo. There's another DJ I watch. I'm so mad I forgot his name. DJ's in California. You was with him. DJ Expo. You talking about DJ Mojo? If he's from Cali and stuff, you must be talking about DJ Mojo. Yeah, Mojo is a very calm and subtle person. If we're talking about the same individual, his demeanor, just whatever you see on there, his demeanor is exactly the same in person. The exact same in person. I mean, it is. There's no difference in that. The way he talks on the mic, the way he goes over product, the way he talks on interviews is exactly the way he'll talk to you face to face. He keeps like that same energy the whole time. Yeah, he's a great DJ, man. That man makes some serious money out there in California. He's amazing. Him and Cleveland Terry, they're only California DJs that I know, like know. And I heard that Cleveland Terry may be coming to the expo and stuff this year, which is going to suck if that's the case, because that's one of the guys that I wanted to meet and stuff in person, because I've known Cleveland Terry before you guys kind of got on to him. Like, he came across my page one time on YouTube, and I started watching him before he like took off, and I've always vouched and stuff for him, man. He's a great DJ. He has a great mind as far as when it comes to DJing, music, business. Man, he's like all of the above. So if you don't follow Cleveland Terry, if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out Cleveland Terry, and no, he's not from Cleveland. His name is just Cleveland Terry. All right, let's see what else we got here. We got a few more minutes and stuff here. So which one would you recommend to back up music, iCloud or Dropbox if you're using a Mac? I use Dropbox. I don't use iCloud for anything. I don't like iCloud. I just don't. It's just something about it. You know, I use an everything. You know, iMac, iPad, iPhone. I don't use iCloud. That's the one I won't use. I don't know why. There's nothing against iCloud. I haven't had any bad experiences, but Dropbox is what I use. Dropbox is the easiest way to transfer a file from one place to another, especially backing up your stuff. So I would say Dropbox. Excuse me. The lights on the truss. I love that look on your last lights on the truss. My last gig log was the one I didn't show the equipment. Are you meaning the one right before that where I put I can be your DJ and I had that T-bar behind me? If so, that's the one I don't like. I don't like it. I hate it. I mean, I like the event. The crowd was great, but I don't like putting lights up like that. I hate T-bars. I hate T-bars, and I hate like those wash bars or those Chave bars, those Giga bars or whatever it is. I hate those things. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, no more truss for me. Nothing up in the air. Everything my height or a little or just a slight bit taller. That's it. I know it looks I just like line of sight. I'm a person who likes that line of sight. Like if everything is like this, then I'm happy. I mean, like I said, look at this right here. If you go back to this. Look at this right here. See that? Everything line of sight. You see that? That's what makes me happy. I'm in my happy space when I do that. When everything looks on the same level and it moves the same way, like all that stuff, man, it's great. Wait till you guys see it. I mean, if you've been on my IG and you saw the last reel and stuff I did, you'll see that the moving heads were, above everybody, was hitting the ceiling, but it was still hitting everything high. I programmed that in 10 minutes before they came into the room. My wash FX they weren't pointed right at people. They were kind of tilted up a little bit, but it still gave a good wash on the dance floor. It was beautiful. All that stuff, 10 minutes right before. 10 minutes. Like it was already set up, but I had to go into the Wolf Mix and change it to what I wanted to change it to, and it was just great. Fantastic. All right, guys. Well, that's my time and stuff for the week. I really appreciate you guys checking me out and stuff. Again, we'll be back again next week. Make sure you use the link down below so you can follow Twisted Transitions. Remember, this is the last time I will be doing the show on my channel. We will be moving over to Twisted Transitions page and to Twitch. So follow me at DJ Book on Twitch and follow me on Twisted Transitions, and we'll be doing doing the live stream from there. I'll be advertising it as much as I can. This time I'll probably advertise it at least each day if you follow me on IG, just so you can remember to do it. Or you can just do it right now. Just click it at the bottom and you'll see it. It'll take you to it. Still keep me up on your phone or wherever you're at, and just click on subscribe and you'll see when we go live. No gig and stuff this weekend. Probably listening to some music and getting some stuff right. Pull out some equipment. I will be selling equipment soon. We'll talk about that next week. That's what next week's show is about. I want to go over some of the equipment that I will be selling. So make sure you guys come back for that. And once again, I really appreciate you guys all just checking me out and always being supportive and stuff, man. Really, 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 really appreciate you guys. You have no idea. So we'll see you all again next time. And Twitch streams coming soon. Very soon. Almost ready for that too. Can't wait. All right, guys. We will see you next time. Enjoy your week. If you're DJing this weekend, kill your gigs. We'll see you.